had to make sure you could see me on there. Not that you have to see me, but it's easier to see somebody when they're talking, just to hear them talking. Okay, so I know we were supposed to Zoom today, but I'm going to go ahead and make a video because my internet, I just never know. So I'm not giving up on it. We will Zoom at some point, but this lesson was pretty important, and I didn't want to take a chance on it. So this picture that you see on the screen, it should be a page that hopefully your Nana had printed it out for you. I think I uploaded it to Google Classroom. So if you don't have this, would you mind asking your Nana to look and see on Google Classroom if she could print this out for you? And we're going to need a purple and a red. It can be a crayon or a colored pencil or something, maybe a marker if it's skinny. So go ahead and make sure you have this page. All right, so if you have it, let's go ahead and begin. Now it says to color purple the line labeled 0 that runs north to south. Okay, now this obviously is just a grid. It's what we call a grid. But what we're doing is we're practicing with latitude and longitude, prime meridian, and equator. And we're doing that because if you think about the Earth, pardon me, and we've talked about, it's a sphere, and if you cut it and lay it flat, then it's going to be like a grid. Now, obviously, the lines are imaginary. They're not really on the Earth, but we use that to figure distances and places and that kind of stuff. So if this were the Earth, which line labeled 0 runs north to south? It'd be this one, right? I'm going to see if I can do that. Let me see. We're going to use the marker, and it said purple, right? Okay, so on your page, you should line this to be purple. Okay, can you do that for me? Okay. Now it says, color red the line labeled 0 that runs east to west. That would be our equator, or this line here. This runs east to west. Now, if, whoops, I won't do that. If we are talking about the Earth, this is the prime meridian, and this would be the equator. Okay? All right. Now, right down here on part B, it says follow the directions that your teacher gives. All right, so here's what we're going to do. These right here are called coordinates. Now, typically, coordinates are given with parentheses around them. Okay, but these are not. So we haven't quite learned these just yet. So what we're going to do is we are going to follow these coordinates to find which thing on the grid it's talking about. These are treasure tools that you would use to find treasure. All right, so first we're going to go 6, and the S would be south. So we're going to go 6 south. Now, which direction is south? Is it up or down? It's down. Okay, so that means it's going to be on this part. This will be south, all this down here. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to find 6 down here in the south, which would be this right here. Okay, that's 6, and it's in the south. Okay, now our next coordinate in that list of coordinates is 7W, or west. Now, west, is this going to be left or right? It's going to be left, right? Because if you're looking down at the Earth, on the left-hand side is the west. So let's find 7 west. So that's going to be 7 on this side, right here. Okay, these numbers here and these numbers here go with the western side. These here and these here go with the eastern side. Just like these here and these here go with the northern side, or the northern top, northern half, and these here and these here go with the southern part. Okay, so 6S, 6 south, and 7 west would be the axe. Good. So you're going to put axe right there. You just followed coordinates. And that's pretty much exactly how you do it when you read coordinates for the earth. All right, let's find 7S. That's going to be 7 south. So south is going to be below here, number 7. Okay, and then 1 west. Now we already know that west is on the left side. So number 1. So 1, 7 is going to be the compass. So write compass there. Remember, compass has 2 S's at the end. All right, now on numbers 3 and 4, it tells us which one we're looking for, and we have to write the coordinates like this, okay? So the shovel is here. Now, the first coordinate you're going to need is your north or your south, okay? So the shovel is in the north. So what number is it on in the north? 7. So our first coordinate for the shovel is 7 in, or 7 north. Okay, put a comma. So your second coordinate is going to be your east or west. So it's in the right, so it's going to be east. Okay, so it's going to be 6E, because it's on 6E. That's our coordinate for the shovel. Okay, all right. I'd like for you to pause it and see if you can come up with the flashlight coordinate, and then we'll see if you got it right. All right, did you get it? All right, so the flashlight, oh my gosh, I lost my spot. Okay, the flashlight is going to be in the south, so it's going to be number 3S. Did you get 3S? Because it's number 3 in the south. Remember, these numbers go with, oh, actually, yeah, I got that right. I'm sorry, it's 5, because these numbers go with that. So I'm sorry, that's my bad. My bad. This would be 5 south. And then it's on the east, so it's going to be 3E. Always put a comma between your coordinates. There you go. All right, we just found all those treasure tools, so that's good. All right, so this is what we call a grid. Now, can you look in your book on page 10? It's got some kids looking at a map and a globe, and at the bottom, we see Gus. Are you there? Okay, Gus looks a little frustrated down at the bottom of page 10, doesn't he? He's looking at that map. Do you see the grid on the map? Okay, the grid on the map, it works just like this, and we always do north or south first, east or west second, okay? It's always the same. The only difference is we always have to put degree, the little tiny 0 at the top to mean degree. Now, this page tells us basically what we're going to need to do our work text page, which is going to be work text page 7. Okay, work text page 7. Now, we may not do the whole page. We may just kind of skip around, but we're also going to use the world map on pages 314 and 315 in the back of your book. So 314 and 315 is what we're using. Okay, so you're going to need that map, 314 and 315, and we're going to need work text page 7. Okay, all right, now I'm just going to leave this on the screen, I guess. because your work text I don't have on my computer. I do, but it has answers on it, so I'm not going to show it. All right, now I will probably have to move my camera so that you can kind of look here and see what I'm doing, but that's okay. Okay, so we're on the atlas, pages 314 and 315. Okay, we see that? All right, now, do you see the, it's a world map. You got all your continents on it and all your oceans. Okay, there's a compass rose at the bottom of page 315. Okay. Also notice the grid. Okay. Now, if you'll look on page 314, kind of in the middle of the page, over to the left of the map, do you see where it says 0 degrees? Okay, that line that goes across, it runs east to west, or west to east, or whatever you want to say. That's the equator. 0 degrees is the equator. Now, look at page 315. This is hard because it's in a book, and the middle of the book is there, so that's kind of difficult. But look at page 315 at the bottom, on the far left side of the bottom, right to the crease of the page, you'll see another 0 degrees. That is our prime meridian that runs north and south. Okay? Okay, that's our little thing there. Our equator, our 0 degrees east and west, and our 0 degrees north and south. Okay, I hope you're following me. All right, let's look at our work text page. It says, where in the world? Now, use the map. Pardon me. Use the map on 314 and 315 to find the continent that's closest to each of these map coordinates. Okay, so look at the coordinate on number 1. Okay, we have 15 degrees south, 90 degrees west. Notice the comma between those coordinates. So 15 degrees south. Okay, look at your map. Okay, 15 degrees south. Now remember, south means under the equator. It means south of the equator. So let's find 0 degrees there on page 314. Remember, that's our equator. And we have to go south, and we have to find 15 degrees south. Well, that's the next coordinate down. Do you see that 15 degrees S right below the 0? All right, that's our first coordinate. Kind of keep your finger there. The next coordinate is 90 degrees west. Now remember, west is going to be on the left side of the prime meridian. So we're going to look at the bottom. Keep your finger up there at 15 degrees S and kind of use your other finger, and we're going to find 90 degrees W, 90 degrees west. Go over till you see 90 degrees west. You see it at the bottom? Okay, now put your finger, one finger on 15 degrees south and one finger on 90 degrees west, and go up and over until your finger meets. What continent do you get closest to at that coordinate? Did you get South America? You got closest. You're not right on South America. You're probably out in the ocean, but you're closest to South America. So number 1, put South America. Good. All right, number 2. Let's see if you can figure this one out. 30 degrees north, 15 degrees east. You might want to pause this. Just see if you can find it. This is not a graded page. It's just kind of a fun page. See if you can find which continent you're closest to at that coordinate. Did you get the answer on number 2? Were you closest to Africa? I hope you got that right. You were closest to Africa at that coordinate. Okay, good. All right, now you don't want to lose the map page. You might want to stick a pencil in there or something, but right now we're just going to be working on our work text page on part B. It says to use the map below, the map right there on our work text page, to answer these questions at the bottom, 3 through 8. Okay, now mine is very tiny. It's very hard for me to see, so I'm going to try my best. Okay, number 3, right below the map. Now, whose voyage turned around at the coordinates 15 degrees north, 75 degrees east? Now, look at the bottom part of the map. There's a little green box. Okay, that's our little key, and it shows us there are 3. This map shows 3 different sailors and explorers and where they went and their voyages. Ferdinand Magellan is I can't tell if that's green or blue. He's the first one. And the second one is Bartholomew Diaz. And the red one is Vasco da Gama. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to find 15 degrees north, 15 degrees in. Do you see it on the map? And then 75 degrees east. Find that. Go up and over with your finger until you get to one of the colors of the coordinate of the voyages. Did you get red? You should have come to the red. It should be close there to India on your map. So it should be Vasco da Gama, because he's the one that turned around when he got there. He started back. Vasco da Gama. All right, number 4. If you're not done writing, you can pause it. Sorry. Number 4. Magellan's ship went around the world. Near which coordinates did he begin his voyage? All right, so Magellan is the first one. I can't tell the color. It's so tiny on my book. I can't tell the color, but you should be able to see it. I think it's green, but I'm not positive. So Magellan. All right. So we need to look at the map and find out where you think he started his voyage. Okay, it looks like he started it way up about 30 degrees north. Do you see that? So that should be the first coordinate where he started, 30 degrees north. So put 30 and the little degrees and then the N and the comma. Now, what is the other part of that coordinate? 15 degrees west, right? Good. All right, put that there. Now, what I'd like for you to do is I would like for you to finish 5, 6, 7, and 8 on your own. And then on part C, it says write 2 coordinates for countries using the map on student text pages 316 and 317. So here's what we're going to do. I want you to finish 5, 6, 7, and 8 on your own. You're just going to pause it, okay? When you're finished with those, turn it back on and I'll tell you the answers. And if you got them right, then you don't have to do anything on part C, okay? If you miss one and you miss it just a tiny bit, you're good. But if you miss it a whole lot, then we might have to do one at the bottom just to make sure, okay? All right, so go ahead and pause it while you finish those. Okay, are you ready? Let's see if we got them right. All right, so number 5, you should have got 30 degrees south, 90 degrees east. 30 degrees south, 90 degrees east. Okay, I hope you got that one. If you didn't, it's okay, because this is a brand new skill you're learning. All right, number 6, you should have gotten 45 degrees south. All right, number 7, 15 degrees west and 45 degrees east. Number 8, 15 degrees south and 30 degrees south. Had 2 southern lines of latitude. All right. Now, if you got them all right, perfect. That's great. You don't have anything else to do. If you missed 1 or 2 of them and you missed them pretty bad, like the wrong numbers or something, then all you have to do on numbers 9 and 10 is you have to go back to your atlas on pages 314 and 315 and just pick a continent, any continent you want to, and write the name of the continent where it says country. Actually, not continent. Yeah, just a continent. Well, it says country, but you can just write the continent's name. And then just write the coordinates. Okay? That's all you have to do. It's not a graded page. It's just practice is all. Okay? All right. I think that will be all of our lesson for the day. Yep, we're done.